Hello, and welcome to the September edition of Pulse, the monthly webcast produced by the Indiana State Department of Health to keep Hoosiers informed of events and health trends in Indiana. I'm your host, Megan Wade-Taxter. September is National Fruits and Veggies More Matters Month and Childhood Obesity Month. Our guest today is Lindsey Bouza, the Director of the Division of Nutrition and Physical Activity. Today we'll be talking about the importance of a healthy diet. So thank you for joining us this month, Lindsey.
Happy to be here, thank you.
So September is National Fruits and Veggies More Matters Month and National Childhood Obesity Month. What can people do to make sure they're eating healthy?
Yeah, so everything that you eat and drink over time matters. And it's important to really have the right mix to be healthier now and in the future. When you think about what works for you and your family, because everybody's different, it's important to find a routine that works for you and your family so that it can last over a lifetime.
Can you tell me a little more about what that means?
Sure, there's a lot of things that you can do to eat healthier throughout your lifetime. Really think about making sure that you have a fruit and or vegetable in every meal. And what we're talking about there is really thinking about whole fruit. Whole fruit has more fiber and will keep you fuller longer. Also has less sugars than, say, fruit juices, for example. Also, varying up your veggies, that's really important because you want to have a wide variety of colors that provides you different minerals and vitamins throughout your day. Also, it's important to think about making half of your grains whole grain. And then also, when you think about yogurt and milk, to really think about low-fat and fat-free options. Another example is to vary up your protein routine. That could be just think about different options that you can have throughout your day for protein. So it's not just chicken or beef, but other types of protein like fish or beans or legumes. And then to really think about trying to stay low on added sugars and added sodium throughout your day.
Great. So what can parents do to make sure that their children are eating healthy?
These days, it is really hard to have a well-balanced meal at home because of the schedules of parents and of kids with homework and extracurricular activities. Even if your kids aren't in school yet, it is really busy at home in the evenings. So sometimes we do have to eat out or grab food on the way home. So think about ways that you can make those meals healthier by asking for a side salad instead of French fries or an extra side of vegetables. And then also, if you do have dressings or toppings or other condiments, to ask for those on the side and just use a little bit for your meal. But other ways that you can have a healthy meal at home is to use frozen vegetables. So frozen vegetables are much easier and are just as healthy as fresh. And they can be added into a lot of different meals. Things like frozen corn or edamame, peas, spinach. Think about adding those types of things into your meals, and it can make for a healthier meal.
Improving Hoosiers' health starts with healthy eating habits. We know that 66% of adults and 31% of children in Indiana are overweight or obese. What other tips can you offer for parents who want to make sure their children are maintaining a healthy weight?
Sure. So a way that parents can model healthy behaviors is by working with the kids to pack a healthy lunch. Ways to do that would be to replace soda or juice with a bottle of water. Also replace chips with cut up veggies and hummus or a different kind of low-fat dip. Also think about looking again at a different wide variety of proteins that can be in the lunch for the children. And then when it comes to sweets, really thinking about sweets like cookies, cake, brownies. Those are just more a treat rather than an everyday expectation. So instead of that, you could have cut up fruit for the kids to eat, to have something sweet at the end of their meal, if that's what they prefer. Kids are more likely to eat cut up fruit than whole pieces of fruit, like an orange or an apple.
Okay, that's great. It's also important to be physically active, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely important to be physically active throughout the day. Some ways that we really promote that is that parents get involved in that as well with their kids. Maybe walk or bike with their child to school if that's something that's possible. Another tip would be to, after dinner, put away those electronic devices for the whole family. Go outside, do something active as a group. Maybe go for a walk or a bike ride or play some sort of game in the yard. Another way to be active and to be a good model would be to encourage your kids to get involved in a community group or a school sport, and then also to participate with the kids. So maybe volunteer to be a referee or help coach, or just volunteer to be a chaperone for that group. But it's, and then it's also, there are some kids that have some physical limitations as well. So to think about getting those kids involved in physical activity too. Things like wheelchair basketball or wheelchair tennis. And just again, to make it fun for kids and not a chore.
Those are really great tips. Thank you for sharing your time with us this month.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
To learn more about maintaining a healthy weight, visit the Division of Nutrition and Physical Activities webpage at www.dnpa.isdh.in.gov. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Choose My Plate website also has helpful information. You can find a link to this website as well as other resources below this video in the comments section. Until next month, thank you for watching the September edition of Pulse.